Hey guys, Rick here. I wanted to share with you, if you remember on STS. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I'm actually watching the video as I'm talking to you. So no, that is not me live. What you're seeing is recorded. I'm just going to do a voiceover for this one because it actually ended up being a little bit longer than I expected. So if you guys remember a couple weeks back, last month, I hosted STS Sidetrack Sunday, and I was actually going to show you the process of me hooking up my third track and getting that running so that the trains could go across the bridge on the second track. I do have the first track, which is the middle one there that you see, the one with the blue tape. That one is functional. So getting this last piece of track that you see me here installing will complete all of my track work. Actually, no, there is another part that I just recently had to adjust. But I kind of sped this video up. I've got a couple different camera angles for this particular build or install, so you'll see that will change every so often. It's just a matter of, hooking up the track and soldering it in and connecting it to the bridge on the other end. So I will chime in here every so often, give you an update if I see something that you might want to know or need to know. Otherwise, I'll just let you guys watch. I couldn't find my little Q-tip style thing that I usually use to put the rosin flux on the track, so you saw me using a X-Acto knife there. Probably not the best method, but it's what I had on hand while I was stuck in that corner. So probably not the best idea for all installations to have the track elevated like that. Unfortunately, because this is a curve, that was the only way that I was able to solder the track straight before laying it down. Because you always do want to have your track straight when you solder it and then curve it when you're installing it. making a little screw hole in the one tie there so I can start to nail them down. I do nail. I didn't glue it on this layout. I figured once I lay ballast down in the future, that will hold it up. You saw me counting ties there. So I made a dumb mistake. Normally, so the track that I use is Atlas Code 83 track. And it has these little divots on the bottom of the track for you to drill your holes through, because they don't come pre-drilled. And I went and soldered the track, and it wasn't until I got done soldering it that I realized, oh man, I didn't make those holes. So now I was just counting how many ties to get to the next hole to get them evenly spaced out. So here I'm sliding a piece of track into the other end of the bridge. There's a set of insulated rail joiners over there that I'm plugging into, and now I've got to cut both of these pieces of track together to make sure that I've got enough track on both sides so that they meet at a great point. An even point. Hey, here's a little game we could play. At some point in this video, if you pay attention enough, you'll see Fred Flintstone. Let me know if you can find him. It's like a Where's Waldo kind of thing. There is a Fred Flintstone somewhere in my video. Actually, he's in there multiple times. So I cut the track a little bit too long, and I didn't want to use the clippers to just trim off a little bit. So I got my Dremel tool out with the metal grinding or metal cutting wheel on it, and just decided to do a trim up with that. Had a hard time getting that rail joiner on, so I'm using the joiner tool to help get that joiner on there. Very simple tool, just a piece of rail bent at the right angle, not a right angle, but the right angle. And it looks like I need a little more room, so I'm taking off a tie. So my goal here is to leave enough room on the rail so that when or if I do have to take out the bridge, what I could do is slide these set of rail joiners off onto one side of the rail, and then take that small section out that connects to the bridge, and then I can then lift up the bridge from one end and slide the track off of the other side, and this will allow me to make it removable if I ever need to pull it out for anything, which I have had to do 3 times already. All right, here we go with the test run. So that's Trek 1. That one's the one that was always operational. Here I'm bringing in just the locomotive for the BNSF, just to try the locomotive across the tracks. And you'll notice I had to go through 2 crossovers there just to get the train on the correct track. Here's what I did. Dummy. I didn't switch the track back. Blooper. Alright, so I got the cars set back on the track. Here comes the CSX locomotive. I'm going to pick them back up. Clear the switch. And we're back off and running. Alright, everybody's on their right track now. And there's BNSF going over the newly installed track. That wasn't a sputter. I stopped him for some reason, and I can't remember what that was. And then you should see that both of them come up through the bottom there. There's the CSX, and the other one's gonna speed right on past. I slowed him down there to make sure that he goes over that solder joint correctly without any issue, and I believe he did. I don't think I had to touch him for any reason. Yep, there he goes, speeding on by. I moved my CN locomotive over there, my SD70 Ace. He was sitting down there on the reversing loop. So I moved him up and out of the way because I want to take the locomotive, the BNS locomotive, and I'm going to put him on the reversing loop so he goes in the other direction so I can test the train going both ways. So you'll see CN gets out of the way there. Park him up there for a minute. Then I decided, you know, he looks nice just sitting right there in Switch Junction. And then I thought to myself, you know, he's a little bit too close to each one of those switches. So I just moved him around the back end. All right, BNSF comes in, backs him down the auto reversing loop. You'll see him come around the curve on the bottom left-hand side in a moment. Back onto track 3, reset all our switches. Goes. He stopped because the you guys remember those guardrails that I put up on the bridge? Well, apparently the track leading to the bridge on each side is both still at an angle, and those guardrails kind of sit proud a little bit, so he got stuck on that. So I had to grab my Dremel tool real quick and just trim down the point on those guide rails so that the locomotives could pass. Around a little bit so you guys can watch them go over the bridge. And here comes the money shot. So beautiful. I've been waiting months just to see that. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you hanging in there. Tune in for more coming soon.